Theoretically, we are. Let's check to see if it's true. Good morning, everybody. Spork of Love is somebody who's playing right now. That's a name for you. Well, welcome to November 23rd. And we are in Kempton Thomas's house, and this is Kempton's Estate, is what they named it. There were some updates this morning to multiple things, including EHT. So far, noticed no problems with it. Thank you, Mikados and Thogarus, for the follows while I was offline. And so here we are. Let's check this place out. No effects, almost full, 697 items. It looks like, I'm going to guess that the majority is on the inside. It's always interesting to see what people do, excuse me, with their choices of where to build in this house, because it can be so incredibly different. Personally, I prefer building over the ocean or really up high. There's some really good spots back there to build up high. But whatever you want to do is fine. Now this is interesting. What is this part? Is that the whole thing, is the fountain? Wow, I guess I didn't realize it came with the floor part too. That's a really interesting move. It makes it look like it's all one piece. Not sure that I knew that. Oh, that's cool. Oh, nice. Look at that framing. The way the wings form the rest of the frame for the doorway. Isn't that cool? Hey, Evil Bob. Potatoes open, or should be. If you wish to enter, please go ahead. If it's not, I'll reopen it. I'm curious about the choice for green. It's an unusual, well, that looks amazing. It's an unusual choice. Most people go with either one of the other colors of lighting. Usually, what I associate the green light with is poison or scary. I suppose you could just like green and want to do it that way. Really doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. It's just that when I'm trying to interpret what these things mean, I always sort of start with colors, you know? And I try to interpret, okay, what's this? But it doesn't really matter if you just like the color, go with it. This is very cluttered. Well done. Hard to do in this house to get a lot of items together like this. What's smart is they used big items, you notice? They've got the cage, they've got the well, they've got this thing. It makes it feel a lot more cluttered when otherwise you may not have gotten that feeling from it. I think that's pretty cool. And more green. That's okay. Don't understand it, but I don't need to. This is a stage or a walkway. This is like a model walkway, right? You just need to come down here and pose. That's what it looks like to me. A runway. And she's probably the announcer, Nemisma. That's a nice arrangement. Wonder why their mansion has a runway in it. Wonder what it is they do. Are they the models? Or are they clothing designers? Or armor designers? Or none of the above? Maybe I'm just crazy. I like the lighting in here, the glowy, the color of the lighting is picked up by the golden items, which makes it look more rich and wealthy. there's a lantern in the water. What happened? That doesn't look safe. And how is it still going? That's funny. So, as you know, there was maintenance last night. There were updates last night. There are patch notes this morning. Good morning. Nothing of any interest except they did supposedly, I've not tested this, fix the sitting mistake, the sitting error, like you couldn't sit in certain chairs. But that was apparently, and this is the part that I hadn't known before, it was a Stadia/Mac problem. It was not on our, hi Cyber Queen, it was not on our particular words are hard. It was not a PC. Well, it was, you know, on PC servers, but it was for Mac problem. All right, let's go to Butch Deloria's Thief's Villa. I got some good morning, really nice compliments from people on my grant. Mine was thankfulness. My thankfulness build. That was very kind of people to say. I mean, I wasn't in love with it. I didn't think it was done well. I wanted it to be better. Hey, MJ. But what was nice is I think the message got through. I think, shut the bog. I think people appreciated the message of it, which was, you know, I love my cat and I miss him. And I'm thankful for him. Thief's Villa. We're a little light, but that's okay. We're still big enough to visit. Yes, everybody enter potato. Enter potato. Let's see. We got some EHT effects. Some people were asking me again if EHT can port you to different spots in the house. Unfortunately, it can't, except for just back to the beginning. Oh, thank you so much for the follow, Yazzie Also, let's go to this Sugar Bowl Suite. Good morning. Some updates. Let me open up the EHT stuff. Now, I know Lockhart's having some trouble where all of her favorites were deleted, but I haven't heard anyone else having that problem. If I see Cardi, I will flag him down for it, but essentially, these are the updates from EHT today, in case you're curious. There's not a lot, but it is enough. It's up to 15.9.3. Now, this is a cool change, and I think a lot of you will want to use this. Added a new action effect that can switch a light on and off, close or open a door, or toggle any other interactive item on and off whenever any of your guests enter or leave an area of your choosing. These home automations will work for any guest, even when you're not home. What? Really? Warships? Really? Is that all you guys are seeing? Can you hear me? I see me. Are you watching Hamster? Reload. Try reloading and see if you get rid of Hammy. Not that I mind Hammy, but you do? I'm not playing a worship game. 27 out of 30. Yay! Okay, good. And we've got a nicely decorated apartment. What he's playing is World of Warships. He was playing golf this morning, but now he's playing World of Warships. He's a good friend. In case you wish to watch him later. He's very laid back. He watches, he listens to a lot of music. He doesn't care about the DCMA kind of crap. So if you like to listen to music live, there you go. Um, live, quote unquote. So what I was just saying is that now there's an action that'll turn on and off lights, activate items on and off as somebody leaves and comes into a room, uh, with or without you there. That's huge. That means you can do a lot of things. You are welcome, Corundum. So that's going to be exciting. All right, let's go to the thankfulness houses. There's a few. Where is it? It is huge. I'm looking forward to seeing if I can come up with something good for it. Ah, yes. It seems to be an addiction to some people right now. Not that I'm complaining. I mean, I'm not into it, but whatever. Don't have to be. That's not why I watch streams, really. I watch streams because of the people. Thank you, Mirth Fairy. Much appreciated. Here's the... I am getting confused by where things are listed. Okay. Here we go. 3 Alina's Autumn Skate was on the list. So let's... Oh, not right one. Wait, we went to her Autumn Skate. Maybe? I can't remember. My memory is shot. Good morning, Nova. Two months ago. So let's go there. This is the theme for this week is thankfulness. It doesn't look good for DDA being chosen. We did not get the emails this morning, and a lot of guilds are getting the emails that they won, and apparently... Cardi! Just the man I was looking for. Ooh, effects. All right. So, we were, thank you. I think it is too. Look at that. Nicely done effect snow. What I was going to say to you... Oh, maybe the dogs are what's thankful here. Everything seems to be working except Aya Lockhart's having a problem where she logged into the game this morning and it made her re-sign the EULA and the TOS and everything. And all of her favorites were gone in EHT. And I don't know if she lost her effects or not, but it's weird that she just got this weird, like, almost reset thing. And I told her it sounds like a game issue. She reloaded, rebooted her computer, no change. I mean, I'm here. Thank you, though. So thankfulness, there's plenty here. I think that's a good thing to show is for thankfulness. I think it's pretty obvious this is about everybody's fed with a roof over their head and everybody has something good going for them. So that's the entry for that. The Addams family, I would guess? With Lurch there? I don't know. I dumb. I will tell her that. Give me a moment. Thanks, it's not real. All right, let's go to Viper Santos. Thank you for the advice. Otherwise, everything seems to be working just fine. Viper Santos, what's your house? I have a headache. Oh, I answered Allie, Nova. Maybe you didn't get the response. I had it written down. There was a follow-up to that for Allie. On my notes. Hold on. He wanted to know if paste from inventory, is that the one that you're talking about, the paste from inventory? Different problem. Never mind. Oh, did she reinstall the community? Because you know, Cardi said in his update notes that you have to. Never mind. You probably already know this. Interesting. Are you sure? You installed community for the first time yesterday. Are you sure you were uploading it right? I could walk you through it if you'd like. It seems like it's fairly obvious, but sometimes I've noticed that people fall into traps that I don't anticipate. So if you want me to walk you through it, I'm happy to do that real quick and see if you've been doing it right. So thankfulness. Another thankfulness home. Let's see if we can try to pick up what people are thankful for. I could have sworn you had homes. Yeah, I would love to give them to you actually I have, Cardi. I've sent you, like, you know, remember we fixed that problem with people not posting their effects when they did open houses? Yeah, that's pretty much one of them. Something that I just didn't figure out. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Are you sure they didn't stick? Because you have to actually reload UI for them to stick. Do you know which ones of the houses you went to? And I can go and double check, because they won't show up. They won't stick unless you reloaded UI at some point before you go back and check. Sorry, I know these things are tedious, but we've all fall back. Oh, okay. I mean, I always try to ask the same questions because I've made the same mistakes, and I'm trying to avoid anybody else having to deal with it. Okay. That is odd. Oh, that sounds like... Green? It's always been blue to me. Are you colorblind, Cardi? Because that's blue. on. Somebody's in my driveway. Yeah. I don't know why, but the postman decided to be in my driveway. I'm not sure. This house has to be fuller than this with 519 items or 513 items. So I'm trying to figure out where they are. You're a cyan. You're a cyan. That doesn't even make sense. Oh, wow, I didn't know that about that. See, this is why I'm glad that you walk through things. Wow, I learned something new. What do you know? Flimmy! Yeah, click it. I clicked it and it popped up something. I hate you. I wish I was doing a cross trainer. Wait, that sounded wrong. I wish I could cross train. Whatever. And yes, Cardi, I got your mail today. Who's she? Mishi? I don't know. Cardi, I got your mail today. And I want to make clear to you that if I'm bothering Ray with my desperate pleas, I won't do it anymore. Just let me know honestly whether or not if I oh yeah, OneDrive could do that. Okay. As long as you don't mind. All right. As long as he doesn't mind. I don't want, because Chrissy and I were having this conversation. We weren't sure whether we were upsetting Ray. Yeah, I figured that out, Cardi. And I appreciate him greatly. All right, so don't know. Cardi, have you seen my kitty cat? My kitty cat thankfulness build? It's an entry into this very thing. It's a thankfulness. Let me see, my homes. I have brains. I do. I'm unsure. I may have shown you. I used your books. If you know, not all icons show in your taskbar. But if you look at your taskbar, thank you, MDM. I wasn't super proud of it in terms of the build, but I put my heart into it, and I guess it kind of came across what was going on. Came across, I think. So here we go. This is my build for Grant. It looks better at night, for obvious reasons. So Grant, for those of you who don't know, was my baby boy, my baby kitty. He was the best kitty anyone ever had. And I have to say that as the law. Allow me to show you my baby boy. I'm proud of him. He was a beauty. He was a beauteous boy. He was my baby boy. Here you go. That's my Grant. It's okay. That was my baby boy. He was the best kitty ever, and he loved me so much. Lost him a few months back, and I wanted to do something special for him. So it looks better at night, but if you note, there is a rainbow on this bridge. This was, of course, entirely made with EHT. It's a memorial in his honor. And then there's this nice little garden where you sit. And then another rainbow. Also, thank you for letting me change the disgusting color of this water. She is. Because the disgusting watercolor just does not work for me. If you notice, there's also symbolism all over the place. Like, there's RK to lead him on. There's faith. And there's, you know, all sorts of different statues that actually mean something. And then over here, you're in this part, and you can see my boy up there. I almost did that in flames, and then I realized that he wasn't a flame kind of kitty. He was a gentle, sweet boy, so he's there. And then I got the ghost kitty from Zoss. I begged them. I said, I know you don't do this anymore, but my cat died, and I want to build something to him. And it's important to me that I have a depiction of him. So if you sold me the ghost kitty, it would mean the world to me. And they did. And it was an exception that they didn't normally have to make. But this is what I wrote as a book. In memory of Grant. He came to us thrown away by previous owners with a wound on his mouth and a scared heart. We healed him and loved him, assuredly more than anyone else ever had. He never left my side for long. He would place his paw in my hand and hold hands, especially towards the end. He never pulled away. He was the gentlest, sweetest, most amazing creature I've known. He fought his heart condition for an entire year more than was predicted, and I'm sure it was because he didn't want to leave as much as we didn't want him to leave. I'm thankful for having this amazing being in my life, though for less than I wanted, and pray I'll see him again one day. I will never ever forget Grant. He lives in my heart, and I miss him terribly. But I'm also incredibly thankful for ever knowing him. Beloved Grant, I will never forget you. You will always live in my heart, and thank you for being my boy. So this was my thankfulness entry for my baby boy. And that was very kind of them to do that. And then the last touch, which was actually inspired by Alley Tubes of all people. Oh, I'm crying. I just hit it better than you. Wait, no, I didn't. I'm on TV. I'm on TV. No, I'm crying. And forget it. When I was writing it, I was literally sobbing. Why is my bird off? Oh no, it's not. And so I moved my Phoenix. It looks better at night too. I moved my Phoenix here. At night it looks spectacular, but I think a Phoenix is the perfect thing for this. Pleasing. Thank you. But my taters helped me design a lot of this. They came up with ideas. They suggested which plants to use. They were very, very helpful. So it's simplistic. It's not where I wanted it to be. But the point is that it was more about the feels than it was about anything else. And, you know, the reflection of the rainbow bridge. For anyone who's lost a kitty or a doggy or pet that they loved, you know, you get it. And, what's up? That's my boy. Miss him. It's been a hard time. But that was my entry. There's, I think, one more I missed. Baby boy. Baby boy. I think I've been really down lately. I've been struggling with being depressed, so I'm trying not to. All right. Thank you. Homes of the week. Uh, Xanasis, Moonmirth. I don't know if I've seen it. No, Sherry's still, she's fine. She's a goof nut. She's she's difficult. She's a difficult gal. She's hard to get through to. Uh, you know, she's not very cuddly. Thank you. Going back to Halloween looks, because I think they look better on me than the light, cheery looks. All right. What was I doing? I was looking at the last house, which was Xanasis' Moonmirth. Thank you. I'm better at words than I am at building. Kill me now. All right, Xanasis Moonmirth, Thankful Feast. Okay, we looked at this about a week ago, and aw, thank you. Yeah, I've noticed some people writing some really spectacular books. I mean, I'm really impressed with how well they're being incorporated into builds and how much they add to it. And you know, I think it's one of the biggest draws for people to actually install EHT. Is like, okay, well, here's my build, but you won't get it because there's no, you can't see the books that I wrote, or you can't read the text that I wrote, so it won't make any sense to you. So download the darn thing. Hey, FRK. So this is Xanasis' entry for Moonmirth House. This is their thankfulness entry. I like it too, and I think it's beautiful. I mean, this could have gone for a feast as well, but thank you. Well, you ran with it. But I just love the colors on this. So this was the other entry. I think that's all of them then. Now you've seen all of the entries for the thankfulness, including my own. And I love them. Cardi, did you see Ali Toops' bird? By the way, I don't think we won as DDA. We didn't get any notification this morning, so I apologize. I can show you Ali Toops' real quick if you don't want. You're pretty. This is my current obsession, this build. It is gorgeous. Xanasis has a real flair for, especially for flowers and other living things like that. Plants, trees, flowers. This is all about you in a way too, Cardi, because this entrance piece is all, without you it wouldn't have been possible. Allow me to explain what I mean. Yeah, oh, you've seen it. Okay. So, you know, light, hope. It's worth seeing again. I'll pop through it quickly though. And then you should. I would read them. Renew. And then this is the portion especially that wouldn't have been possible without EHT. Every single one of these quotes that she's added but with EHT are about phoenixes. And they're very motivating if you rise, if you choose to stop and read through them. If you notice, you're in the flames here, and then you go up because you're rising. And there you go. Well, I showed this yesterday, and I have no shame in showing it again because it's really just so friggin' spectacular. This is the phoenix bursting out from the ice below in flames. It's so beautiful. Very moving. So here's the thing that I almost didn't notice. Uh, she also added a book. Rise like a phoenix. The year of 2020 has brought devastation to each of us around the world. The loss of life, jobs, security, and health has affected all of us in unprecedented ways. All around you and inside of you are the hot coals and ashes that remain of what you once knew. Life itself is irrevocably changed. I hereby encourage you to fan those coals with your spirit. Do not pine for what once was. It is time to redefine life and its meanings. Let these flames renew you, spread your wings, and rise once more to a deeper, richer, powerful life. It is a strength each of us owns, and the time is now. It's time for you to fly. Now, not only is this beautiful, but it's so meaningful. And beyond it being meaningful, I don't think it would have been possible without books or lettering or text to really convey exactly what she's trying to get across. Okay, see you later, Nova. And so I think that I wish to say thank you for allowing things like this really come into being, because it's just so moving and incredible. And yes, I thought it looked Native American as well. She said she just got lucky with that. That wasn't the intent. Yeah, I'll use the Cardi signal, but I usually start with the easy Cardi signal. I don't go straight to the emergency Cardi signal. So, and then down here you have some seats. Yes, I think it's important that we're sharing these kinds of feels, you know? It's a tough time, and we're sensitive peeps, us builders. And I think it's a good way to show how, you know, how we're getting through all of this. Well, we're getting through it together. There is. Let me get it for you. I made one. I good like that. I'm not sure. I don't know that anyone's ever suggested that before. Um, Not really sure. But it's not a bad idea to suggest. I'm not sure it couldn't happen. Here we go. Cardi's good like that. That's the link to my EHT How to Make Your Own Book video. Enjoy. All right, moving on. Let's do Namari's Bastion. Oh, you're welcome. I need to add ones for this new update you did, which is really going to be cool, so thank you. The update, for those of you who maybe didn't read the attach notes from this morning from Cardi, it allows you to turn things on and off, either lights or interactable items, when anyone in your home enters. You could either have it be just you or other people enter a particular location in your house. All right, I'll see you later. And you do not have to be home. It's an action, so you don't have to be home for it to work. So that's a huge, huge improvement, which means you're opening up a whole world of other options now. So I suggest you look into it and see what you can play around with. Bloodstone Citadel. This is Nimari's Bastion. So give it a whirl and see how it goes. Give it a whirl. Hold on. He is still MIA. I haven't heard from him, and it's a little disturbing too, Kryovic being gone. I noticed that the houses were up again, but I think that's just from Cardi fixing which ones. I know, I know, I know. I tried to get that across, but I'm not really doing so good at explaining just how big a deal that is, right? That is huge. Whether you guys know it or not, that's huge because the things you could do with that boggle the mind. Imagine I don't know if it would work with Cal Granted, but it probably can. Imagine you walk into a room and Cal Granted just starts shooting fire at your face, right? Anything like that, anything interactable should work like that. It would be great for jump scares, that's for sure. All sorts of cool things. Right? Right, right, right. Exactly so. All the lights go out when you walk into a room, or something spooky lights up. Should be fun. Flames burst out from underneath you. If they're hidden under the floor, a bunch of braziers, and you walk into a room and boom, all the fire comes up. And you're on fire. Oopsie, you're on fire. Same could be done with water. You know, suddenly all the fountains start pouring out from the roof or something. Sorry, I get distracted with ideas sometimes. So there's a lot of little touches here of antiquities and just display. Yeah, but you can already fix that. There's a, just select all and hit turn all these on. Here, what you do is you do select all items, right? Confirm. And then what you would do is change these items, and you would do toggle these items off or toggle these items on. Those work too. Yes, that is a new button apparently. I haven't found it yet. I haven't looked. Oh, here we go. Here, right under tools. Turn all items off, turn those in. Gotcha. I see it. Nice. Under tools. It's been a thing. I actually made a video about how to do it, but I guess I could update it with now. Okay. Okay. I can now add that. I'll update my video to actually show that you can do that. I had one already, but since you've made it simpler, it's easy for me to just update. Want some fertility goddesses? Very bloody. Well, thank you for thinking of what people really need, because there's still some pretty malicious people out there. That is true too. You don't have to select all items. All right, go talk. We love them and you. Thanks for fixing the chairs. Ah! I got zapped. I don't think this area had this many chorus eggs, so I give this person credit for actually changing up how this little section works and looks. I think this is one of people's most, I think this is part of the favorite piece of this house that people have, is just that whole section there with the plants. One of these days I'm going to get Cardi in trouble, and I don't mean to. Now that's different. I don't know that I noticed that it had bats before, but the bats with the thinger, what's it called? The nimbus Looks very interesting. Yes, I should be having a lore reading stream tonight. And what I mean by that is I'm going to skip over the boring lore. The ones that just aren't conducive to being read. Last week's was just a disaster because I tried, hey Maldron, I tried to read some that were, nice clutter in here by the way. I tried to read one that was just not conducive. It was not good, and I was pretty embarrassed about it, but I left it up because, you know, why not? So I'm going to skip on to the next set because the rest of the Daggerfall books are pretty friggin' dull. And we'll move on to the next set, which would, I think, be Redguard. Now, Redguard was a game. He was very linear. You're a Redguard man in the first era, believe it or not, which is unusual for them to do anything in the first era. And you're going to rescue or try to rescue your sister who's been taken captive. Now, what's different about it is it's a freaking platformer. It is not a hack slash. It is a platformer where you have to like jump and shit and do stuff. I've actually watched the whole game. There's little elements of other things in it, but for the most part, it's a platformer. And I had wanted to play through it, but after I saw how it played, I realized that it just wasn't going to happen. Like, I can't, you know me. I can't even walk straight, let alone do a platformer. And I saw people who do platformers having trouble making some of the jumps and whatnot. So I'm not going to ever play that. So I think we should, yeah, it sounds like it. Well, I mean, there's some of them that are funny. I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to say. I do like a lot of them. This one strikes me more as somebody's personality flowing through. Exactly. It was just, it's not pretty. I'll tell you the truth. It was not pretty. And a lot of the things weren't obvious. Like, you're stuck in a pit and there's a not very visible rope that is way above your head, and yet somehow you can jump up to the rope, and then you have to like kind of swing it in order to get to where you're going. At least in one situation that I was watching, it was a bit bizarre. Are you sure? You're probably right. Let me double check. Redguard. The story takes place after the defeat of Prince Aitor, the leader of the Crowns, and the subsequent imperial occupation of Hammerfell. You play as Cyrus, a Rhaegar merc who travels to Stros Mackay in search of his sister Isara, who disappeared 3 months ago under prior mysterious circumstances. Controls, that's not important. And then it doesn't really say. I'll take your word for it because it's not saying it on UESP. But there are books in the game. Yeah, here's a bunch of books in it. Some of them are I'm going to have to go through and make sure that they don't suck. You know your stuff, don't you? Why did I think it was first era? Oh well. It's a lot of it won't run on some computers. You have to use some sort of tricksiness now at this point. But I do know that there's plenty of YouTubers, not YouTubers, Twitchers or YouTubers who have been. Corundum, are you still on? Um, who have been doing it. So if you really want to watch it, you can just find a video on Twitch or whatever. I just want to show you this. If Corundum's on, that's great. If not, and then we'll go over to EU. This is someplace I had been before, but oh, forget about it. I watched Battlespire. There's no way I could have played Battlespire. It's too, like, the textures, which were a big deal at that time, are too blocky and painful to look at. I ended up just watching it again. I suppose Battlespire I could do next. Although, why do they have them listed in that order? Because, well, they have them listed out of order. I guess Battlespire is in fact the next. Yeah, Battlespire was a weird one. It's just you're taking place in some sort of Daedric contest. Now, by the way, this is a racetrack. Corundum made a racetrack. And if you'll note, there's not just seating, there's also just different, like they have obstacles they can jump over. And stuff like that. See all the obstacles for the horsies to jump? I thought that was clever. It's just, you know, if the game is going to give me a headache to play, I'm not sure that I want to play it. There we go. Boom! Aw, he had them jumping right. But these aren't jumping right. Most of the rest do. And then we go to the racetracks. These must be the stables. A forge. And I'm not really sure what these are supposed to be. Maybe just buildings? So here we have a kitchen of some sort. Boiler room. Throwing their own stuff in here. But basically, you get stuck in. You're a guy. You're a guy or a gal, but you're one of two characters. It is now. Yes, it is now in place. And yeah, second floor buildings. So nice clutter too, Corundum. Tentaclesaurus. Thank you. Tentacles. NT. Big difference. What was I saying? Yeah. So, Battlespire is basically, I think it was the second game. Yes. And you're in a Battlespire that you did not choose to be in. You don't really get to pick your character all that much. You're one of two people, a male or a female. There's a lot of boobs in it, too. Pixelated boobs, I might add. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. All right, let's go over to you. Pixelated boobs. And basically, you're the Daedra. No shock here, but the Daedra are cheating at the game. That's not a spoiler. That you figure that out from the beginning. And you're trying to get through the battle spire to the very end to survive and get all the keys to escape. And that is what the game is. It's pretty limited. In terms of open world, no, not so much. That's an interesting angle on it, Eridan. And then Redguard, which I think they developed at the same time or something like that. I was reading about it a long time ago. Is just, you know, you are this guy. You're Cyril or whatever the hell his name is. And that's it. You are that character. You can't be anybody else. And you're just tracking his story, and it's very linear platforming and whatnot. The one that comes after that, yeah, one of them was either Battlespire or Redguard. One of them was supposed to, no, you're right, Battlespire was supposed to be DLC, and then they changed it to its own thing, which I'm not sure why. I'm sorry, my memory isn't perfect. So Battlespire, I will see if there's any decent books. I'm not hopeful about it because there's a whole bunch of ones that just tell you how to make spells and stuff. What combines with what. Not sure that's really terribly interesting, but... Alright, let's go to Cyberbeat Queen's house in Dulcier's, Captain Margot's, and Inn. Oh wait, no, we went to that. I just saved that for myself. Okay. Okay. My memory's shit. Alrighty, switchy uppy. I be Kitty. Is Ula on? I could do a funnier one. Which two novels? The ones in Daggerfall? I've read several novels. Oh, you mean the two books novels? Not yet. It's on my list of things to do, but I don't really want to look into it yet. I've just been distracted by reading some other things that I've been reading. Let's go to Tydree's Treasure Cave, Twin Arches. I've been reading a book, journal from long, long ago and far away. It's a, I can be a turkey. Hold on. Can you see? You can't see my turkey hat, but this is my turkey hat. See? Ah, it doesn't work very well with this. I'll try to give you more of a turkey hat there. Turkey hat. See? Turkey hat. It's not a sex toy, it's a turkey hat. It's pretty obviously a turkey hat. Somebody asked for a turkey, you get a turkey, okay? That's what you get. Alright, this is Tydree's Twin Arches. I mean, if you don't like the turkey, thank you so much for the follow, Murakami. He is wobbling, that's the point. You guys are picking on me. I mean, there's lots of other pretty ones, but they're not turkey-ish. I could be a turkey, but they're not very good. There's not good turkeys. Here's a different one. Is that better? I like this one better. Something just turned off. Hold up. Come back. Come back. Forgive me. Hold on. I broke it. They broke the stream. It totally broke the stream. I try. I'm a goof nut, but I do try. All right. I broke it. I broke it. I know. Hold on. I broke it. Hold on. This is important business. Snapchat. I'll be the pumpkin pie for the next while. If I can find it. There we go. I am now a pumpkin pie. Don't eat me. I don't know. I don't know. So this is no shame whatsoever. Okay. I'm not really sure how this house works. It's a cave, I guess. Okay, through here. Oh, the little things to make you guys happy. I'm just a weird little pumpkin pie. I can't help it. So we've got a treasure cave. Treasure cave. I has one of these. Why do I have a feeling there's a sneaky back here? I do need to find one. But you know, they're just weird. Like some filters are great and some are terrible, and I go through a lot of them to try to find good ones, you know? It's hard to find anything really that good, but there is a sweet potato, but it's not very good, see? That's the best you could do. But we'll go back to the pie. I'm not gonna shut my pie hole. I like my pie hole. Wait, that sounds wrong. I love the turkey. The turkey's funny to me. Alright. Turkales, pariahs. I'm not the pie. I am the pie now. I'm the pie. I'm a pie again. Give them your credit card info, of course. What else would you do? All right, good Lord, what have you done here? 700 out of 700. This is tremendously different. Wow. Wow. I just don't even have words for this. This is really cool. Hello, Irish Saber. I'm no longer Stabby Doom. I'm Stabby Pumpkin. Yeah, this is Pariahs. They closed off the whole front and made it an interior home. What's more, the windows are fascinating with the green. I like my pie hole flapping. I don't know. Wow, it's almost like an internal igloo. This is phenomenal. I don't think I've ever seen anything this different out here. No, no stabby. No stabby the stabby. It's the home of Santa Claus. It's freaking amazing is what it is. I love the reskinned floors, especially because the floors in here just suck. It's amazing. Nice feast here and cooking. I guess Mrs. Claus is trying to be all fertile or something. Pumpkin pie. It all sounds wrong. I've given up. What a lovely, oh wow, what a lovely water feature. That's stunning. Really beautiful. Nice arch on that waterfall. You sure I'm Stabby? Are you sure I'm not just a pumpkin pie? Because I think I'm just a pumpkin pie. This is almost like a cabana roof, which is rather interesting. Yeah, it's been a hit so far. Somebody asked if I could do a turkey, and I did put a turkey head on, but it's a turkey hat that wiggles. But this one is better. Pretty much all around, everyone accepts that this is the better one. Now that's a good incorporation of floor tiles. Okay, see you later. Multi-layer ice sculptures. This is wild. It's so different. You know what this does to me. It makes me want to get a second prize pinnacle. I have one that I'm never going to change because I love it. But this gives me so many ideas that, holy smokes, this is amazing, especially in this house. Just beautiful. Look at that sink even. Toilet. Wow. Really, really lovely. I took pills. Maybe that's why I don't have any shame about being a pumpkin filling. A pie filling, rather. Is this the way I came in? I'm having a hard time remembering. Oh, they did leave it open in the back. Okay. Oh, that's the runway. The Santa runway, I suppose. Right? It's got the lights along the side. And then it's got probably the sleigh. Nice. It is nice. There is a lot going on in here. Oh, even toys in the sleigh. They didn't mess around. I think it strikes me that they had a lot of fun with this. I think this was just something they enjoyed every minute of building. It seems to me. I could be wrong, but that's what it conveys to me. A lot of joy. It is pretty amazing, isn't it? Good job. It's really different. And, you know, after so many houses, it's rare to see a lot of something this different. Yeah, it's a great job, Alarni. Turkio. It's so much fun. It's just different and wild, and I like. More people should enclose it and reskin it. Good job. And good use of EHT. As we all know, I'm a little bit of a fangirl about EHT, so I like it. What's next? Niowen. Niowen, we'll do your ebony flask. We'll be nice and small. Packed guest house. Oh, you don't like the pumpkin pie? Oh. I think you're going to make yourself some enemies here. I kid. How's this? Does this one work? He ruined the pie. It's okay. All right, 30 out of 30. And we've got a Niowen house. Niowen is really good at traditional, although this looks a little different. Is that bed normally that long? It must be. But a nice dark elf home with a dark elf in it, right? Seems about right. Sure, I'm on an EU though right now. I did show everybody your thanks entry this morning, Xanasis. No, they're pumpkins. My glasses are pumpkins. How do you not know what a pumpkin is? Goofball. All right, next. We'll do Murakami's Antiquarian. It is, and it's you know, it's not always easy to do a traditional home, and it's even harder to do it in an apartment building. But I get the sense that Iwan has like characters that he or she associates with each room. Like, you know, this one's built for the. Okay, we're not full. I'll just sign in. Moving on. We'll do Hercules. No, wait. Lurians. Nisi Maldar. I don't know what Nisi Maldar means. I'm going to have to look that up. Nisi Maldar was the country around the haven of Eldaland on Numenor's west coast. It was the only place in Numenor where malorn trees grew. It's a Tolkien place. It's a Tolkien thing. So we should be looking for trees. All right. In we go. I'm usually a big fan of Lorian's work. And definitely the trees are center stage here, so. I see they paid attention to the lore. Oh, that looks good. Nice lighting, too. Just the subtle yellow. At night, that must look really good. This is kind of shockingly antiquarian. It's really hard for me to believe that this is antiquarian, but it actually is. Okay, this takes real skill to build this in place of where antiquarian is. I'm kind of in shock. I see where we are. They turned it directly so we ended up right over the waterfall. It skipped right through. It's actually a really good idea of a way to skip through the front piece. We'll go back through it again so that we can get some ideas on how to do that. Because I know a lot of people just want to build in the back and don't want anything to do with the front. And this certainly covers up a lot of issues. One of the things that people do a lot is they use rock as walls. Rock, wood, typical structural items. But I have found that bark and these cheap trees, you know, the cheap broken trees, can also make a really tremendously beautiful wall, especially if you put ivy and plants over it like this. It's an idea. It's something different. You don't always have to follow the same formula, I guess. Also, there's a hole in that tree, and I like that too. Are you lost again, Phaedra? Oh, that's a lovely arrangement. I find that when my creativity is stunted, I appreciate homes all the much more. Okay, how am I going to figure out which way to go? So let's start here, right? Wow, it just keeps going. It's like, oh, this must be one of the treehouse entries. Maybe. Aetherius doesn't mess around. Bedrooms. Good Lord, it doesn't end. More bedrooms. It's enormous. How did they fit this much in it? I kind of want to drop myself breadcrumbs so I don't get lost. All right, this one goes up to library. Lost Phaedra, her office. Wow, okay, I'm really kind of blown away by this. Structure and detail. Although this person's going to have a hard time sleeping with all those trees on top of them. They may want to do some, you know, hedge trimming and make that a little smaller. Okay, what's left? I think we have one last turn to go because we came up that way. So I think this is it. Another eating, playing area, maybe a kitchen-y area. Wait, what? How is this? Wow, how did you even make all this much? It's enormous. You know, for once, I don't blame Phaedra for needing a map. For once. Because normally I do blame her because she's a butt. But yeah, that's really amazing, yeah. I hope they had some sort of way to sketch it out because it just seems like it's so enormous that I wouldn't have come, like maybe they just made it as they went along, I'm not sure, but it's kind of amazing. All right, so this is what I mean about skipping the beginning. If you use big enough rocks, big enough trees, you can make it look organic so that you completely miss the house. Well, you don't get the pie back just now. Somebody ruined it, so you don't get it. Because I'm a terrible person. Obviously. Alright. Let's do one more and then Stabby's gonna go because she has a headache. Again. Always. We'll do Gustum Stock. Is that work in progress? But maybe, we'll do Andy Cragless. Frida's Blood Ink. Because Andy's, Bastions aren't that painful. Yeah, everyone, exclamation point, potato, PCNA, PCU, 50,000 gold giveaway every day. And I'm here every day at the same time. Unless something wrong happens, but I almost always am able to give you a heads up if I'm not going to be on. Alright. Andy Kragler's Frida's Blood. Stop squishing me, Flimmy. Trying to kill me over here. 523 items, no effects. Should I get the reference Frida's Blood? Is that something I should recognize? Like, is that from something? Sure. Absolutely. Shoot me a mail. I'm happy to go see. Which, the pie? Yeah, the pie is pretty creepy. I'll give you that. There's some really weird ones. There's me, like, as a dragonfly or as a potato. So we got a vampy house in here. I think we went vampy with a touch of mechanical? Or maybe mechanical with a touch of vampy. Wonder what's going on in here. I am interested in what is going on up here. Second floor of machinery with people working the machines. I wonder what's going on. I mean, just based off of the name, I would guess they're working to suck blood out of someone, but that's an awful lot of blood. I mean, unless it's like one of the dead gods like Lorcan sucking all the blood out of Lorcan or something. I'm not sure where you got that much from. The fly, yeah, that fly is pretty cute. I'm having a lot of problems doing any builds right now. Some people do them as they go. That's an interesting light. I like that. It's complicated and I like it. Generally, unless I have a really solid idea, what I do is I'll look online and see if I can find a picture of something. Like if you do fantasy, all right, let's see. How's this one? Give thanks. We'll do another Thanksgiving. Actually, this one looks good. Basically, I'll look up a picture. I'll see if I can find something that inspires me. And then I'll try to sketch out, knowing what items, you know, I have available to me. No eerie pie back today. We'll get it back tomorrow, I promise. I don't like to redo them on the same day. Why is he hovering? This is creepy. Maybe this is where they're sucking the blood from. Those soulless dudes. I'm a postcard, it's true. Not sure what's going on. Would love to know the story behind it. Sorry for the short streams lately, but until I'm starting to feel better. And then they take a bath in it. They store, okay, that's different. I've never seen anybody turn that into like a brewery, right? It's almost like a brewery. Kind of amazing. All right, let me pull the contest. And the winner is Shuttlebug. All right, I'm gonna head back over to NA and send Shutterbug the money, but I'm also gonna log because I'm not doing well. So I hope to be better tomorrow. I apologize for the short streams, but I will